Have you ever wanted to play Pokemon in Minecraft? Well, you can with Cobblemon. In Cobblemon, you get a perfect balance between Pokemon and Minecraft. And in today's video, I'm planning on surviving 100 days in Cobblemon, but with a few goals. Getting 8 gym badges, at least 1 shiny Pokemon, and my dream Pokemon team. And on day 100, we are going to try and beat the Elite 4. So watch it to the end to see if I complete all these goals. Starting out our adventure, I picked one of my favorite starters, Froakie, and then looked around to see where we were. Well, actually, we spawned near a gym, the water gym. But we also spawned in the middle of nowhere, where the only thing in sight was water. So I ended up spending all my day looking for land. I actually had a cool idea of trying to catch a Lapras so I could move faster. Only problem is, it's level 35 and I did not have enough Pokeballs to actually catch it. I finally found land near the end of the day. When I arrived, I was greeted by this gigantic Chihuahua. Like, what is this guy eating to get that big? I broke down some logs and made a crafting table, pickaxe, and an axe. I went searching around and found Brock's gym right near the shore where we came in on. I wanted to fight him, but his first Pokemon was level 16, and with my Froakie being only level 5, we needed to train. But first, we needed to sleep to finish off day 0. Thankfully, there was also a village, which also meant a free Pokehill house. I took a villager's bed and went to sleep to cap off day 0. Now it's day 1, and we need to train to be able to beat the gym. I spent most of day 1 battling Pokemon, but then something that took my interest spawned. An Eevee. I made a boat and captured that Eevee so it wouldn't despawn. Healed Froakie and went back to try and capture it. Thankfully, this mod gave us 10 Pokeballs off spawn. Now I would like to say it was easy, but actually it was the hardest thing ever. This Eevee was a demon, almost killing my Froakie in 1 hit. What's this guy looking at? I tried to see if I could capture it at half health since my Froakie was dead next turn, but that didn't work. It just got out and killed Froakie, so I went to heal my Pokemon and come back to try again. I threw out Froakie and used Water Gun on Eevee, doing little to no damage. Eevee then used Sand Attack, rookie mistake, and then used Water Gun again, hoping to get its heal pool lower, which almost got it down to half. Eevee then used Sand Attack again. Is this guy good? What's his obsession with sand? I then used Water Gun against Eevee, getting it into orange health. Eevee then finally decides that Sand Attack isn't working and using Convert, which almost one-shots my Froakie. With nothing else, I threw out a Pokeball in hopes of capturing. It wiggled once, it wiggled twice, and it wiggled a 3rd time, and boom, we caught Eevee. I trained all through the night, all the way to level 16, which means that our starter was ready to evolve. But I wanted to do it at daytime, so I went to sleep to cap off day 2. I evolved Froakie into Frogadier.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
And went to the gym to see if we were strong enough to beat it. Well, long story cut short, we were not, and we got our ass handed to us. After such a humiliating defeat, I came up with an idea to get a strong Pokemon quick. If I could find a Magikarp at level 20, then I don't need to level it up for it to evolve. It was genius. And thankfully to the Pokegods, I found a level 20 Magikarp on my first try. I evolved that puppy into a Gyarados and went back to the gym to try again. I start with Frogadier, hoping he would sweep. I selected Water Pulse, but Brock's Geodude uses Protect. I select Water Pulse again, knowing that Geodude can't use Protect 2 times in a row, giving him to 3 HP. Geodude then uses Rock Tomb, taking me down to half health. I use Water Pulse again, killing Brock's Geodude. Brock then sends out Cranidos, and I switch to Gyarados. Brock's Pokemon then hits me with a Rock Tomb, getting Gyarados almost a half. I use Brine, but because of the previous Rock Tomb, my Pokemon is slower, meaning Brock gets to hit me again, which almost kills Gyarados. Thankfully, Brine hits, one-shotting Brock's Cranidos. Brock then sends out Onix. Knowing that Gyarados is going to die, I sacrifice it to the Pokegods, so when I send out Frogadier, I'm not taking any damage. I send out Frogadier and hit Onix with a Water Pulse, getting him down to 2 HP. But Onix then hits Frogadier and kills it. I now only have 1 Pokemon, Eevee. I send out Eevee and use Quick Attack, which kills the Onix. But Brock still has 1 more Pokemon, Bonsly. I knew it was over for Eevee, so I just let it die to make the battle end quicker. Cause she could only face Brock during the day, I went to sleep to cap off day 2. I woke up and tried my hand at Brock again, but it just ended the same as before. I then decided that I needed to train, but before I was about to go off and farm Pokemon, I found an Elekid, one of my favorite electric type Pokemon. I catched it with ease and go off to level up. I spent all of day 3 leveling up Frogadier and Gyarados. I was so locked in, I didn't even sleep to make it to day 4. It's now day 4 and I go back to the gym and try again. This time Gyarados has Waterfall, a move that does 80 damage. I initiate the battle and I use Waterfall against the Geodude. Geodude then uses Protect, making it so I can't hit it. I then use Waterfall again, hitting Geodude and making him flinch. I select Waterfall one more time, but Brock uses a full restore to get his Geodude to full HP. Waterfall hits, making Brock's Geodude go down to 2 HP. I select Waterfall again, but Brock uses a full restore once again. We know how it goes. I hit Geodude with the Waterfall, getting him down to 2 HP. I then select Waterfall again, but Brock uses Protect. I then use Waterfall again, finally killing Brock's annoying Geodude. Brock then sends out Cranidos, and I select Waterfall. Waterfall hits, one-shotting Cranidos in the process. Brock then sends out Onix, and I select Waterfall, getting Onix to 2 HP, but it also makes him flinch. I select Waterfall again, and I hit the Onix, killing it. Brock then sends out Bonsly, and I select Waterfall, hitting the Bonsly, getting down to 2 HP, and the only reason Bonsly lived was because I had a Focus Dash. Like, it's meant to be the first gym, what the hell? One more Waterfall kills the Bonsly. And I finally got the gym badge. Now I'm going to spend the rest of day 4 and 5 in the mines, and the reason for this is because I'm starting a small project. So normal Pokeballs need copper, but anything like a Great Ball needs iron, and the best way to get a lot of iron without doing anything is making an early game iron farm. And to make an iron farm, you need a lot of iron, which is ironic. So we're gonna need chest, hoppers, signs, beds, slabs, water, lava, and 3 villages and a zombie to make this iron farm. I was about 20 minutes in the mines when I actually had a realization. Wait. There's no zombies. Wait, what? Oh, wait, that means I can't. Yep, I forgot that in the mod pack, hostile mobs were unable to spawn, pretty much meaning my plans went down the drain. But it wasn't all doom and gloom. I was able to find amethyst shards which would help us making EXP shares. As well as a lot of diamonds, iron and golds, we were stacked. But none of that would compare to what else I found in the mines. What? Don't kill it. Waterfall won't kill it. What? Yo, whoa, bro, what? Wait, this is great. This is like one Pokemon for my dream team. That was a lot quicker than I expected. What the frick? Yep, a Dragonair in a flipping cave. What are the odds? Please, someone do tell me. As you heard, Dragonair is a piece to my dream team. With it being the previous evolution to Dragonite, which is one of my favorite Pokemon, helps us fill the puzzle to my dream team. I spent the rest of day 5 mining, and when I got to day 6, I decided that I was going to head back up. Now, if we want to tick off our goals, we're going to need a lot of Pokeballs. So I spent days 6 and 7 getting yellow and black apricot seeds, and then building out an area to farm them. I also made EXP shares and even trapped this Ampharos to catch it later when we had enough Pokeballs. Now it's day 8. I made a bunch of Ultra Balls with the black and yellow apricorns that I farmed. I then caught the Ampharos with only one Ultra Ball. Lucky, right? I then decided that we needed to train before we go into Misty's gym, but before I went off to do that, something unexpected spawned. Oh, there's a shiny. What? What is this? What? What is this Pokemon? Let's catch it. That just came out of nowhere. Oh my god. I don't know what this Pokemon is, but Dolive. That's right, a shiny in only 8 days, this Dolive ticks off the shiny goal, meaning I only have 2 more. Also, here's the difference between a normal and shiny Dolive, just if you didn't know. After catching Dolive, I put it on the team because it's a shiny. Of course I'm going to put it on the team. I also found a Togepi and caught it to put it on the team as well, replacing Elekid for now. I thought that it would be a smart idea to train on the water Pokemon on the way to Misty's gym, so that's what I did for the rest of day 8. Now it's day 9 and it's time to take on the water gym, but a slight problem is that my level 33 Ampharos is too high level and the game won't let me battle the gym with it on my team. So I swap out my level 33 Ampharos for my level 19 Elekid and went into battle. I start with Elegant and Misty starts with Horsey. I select Thundershot and Misty's Horsey uses Waterfall and Elegant, taking it down to orange HP. Horsey gets paralyzed and my Thundershock hits. It was super effective and takes Misty's Horsey down to red. Because Misty's Horsey is paralyzed, I know that I'll go first this round, so I use Thundershock again, killing Misty's first Pokemon. Misty then sends out Starmie. I go to switch knowing that Elegant was dead if he stayed in. I switch into Dolliv and Misty's Starmie hits me with a Surf, doing little to no damage. I select Mega Drain in hopes of getting some health back, but Starmie uses Psy Shock, getting my Pokemon down to 1 HP. My Mega Drain hits, but only gets me back to 14 HP. Knowing I'm dead this round, I sacrifice my Pokemon to the god himself, Brock. I send out Dragonair knowing that it has Dragon Rage, a move that deals 40 damage no matter what, and it's considered one of the best early game moves. Misty uses Psy Shock, dealing a lot of damage. My Dragon Rage hits, getting Starmie down to 9 HP. I select Dragon Rage again, hoping it kills, but Starmie outspeeds and kills my Pokemon with his Psy Shock. I then send out Gyarados, knowing again that it has Dragon Rage. Gyarados intimidates Starmie, lowering its attack. I select Dragon Rage again, hoping that Starmie will finally die, but Misty uses a full restore, getting its HP to max. Dragon Rage hits, dealing 55 damage, getting Starmie to half. I select Dragon Rage again, hoping this would be the last one, but Misty's Starmie uses Psy Shock, but it deals little to no damage. My Dragon Rage hits, killing Misty's annoying Starmie. Misty then sends out Goldeen. Like, are you really gonna send that Pokemon out? I select Dragon Rage hoping it one-shots, but it only gets Goldeen down to 37 HP. Goldeen then uses Horn Attack, dealing literally no damage. I select Dragon Rage knowing that this is the end of Misty's Goldeen. It hits and kills that stupid air Pokemon. Misty then sets out Psyduck. I select Dragon Rage again, and I know it's my best move, so I'm gonna keep using it. It deals a good chunk of damage, getting Psyduck down to 37 HP. Misty then uses her head part, dealing little baby damage. I finish off Psyduck and the gym with one last Dragon Rage, killing Psyduck and beating the gym for good. I obtain the second gym badge, making us even closer to the 8 gym badge goals we set out to achieve in this 100 days. Now that we have 2 of the 8 gym badges, I think that this is a good time to focus on finishing them off. But before that, we need to actually find them, and the best way to find gems is by flying across the map. So first I need to get a flying Pokemon before I can actually beat anymore. And this is the perfect time to take off a Pokemon on my dream team. With Charizard, we can fly for as long as we want, as well as it being a strong Pokemon altogether. Now we need to find a Charmander. The only problem is, it's an ultra rare spawning Pokemon, and it only spawns in hills and basalt delta biomes. Now I'm going for the nether spawn because basalt delta biomes seem easy to find. But first we actually need to get to the nether, which means we need 10 obsidian and a flint and steel. I obtained the 10 obsidian and a flint and steel. I go to sleep to finish off day 9 and build the nether portal at the start of day 10. But going in, I noticed that we spawned right next to a basalt delta biome, which means I just gotta sit around and wait for Charmander to spawn. And obviously while waiting, some cool things happened. What is that? Wait, is that? Hold up. Oh my god, what the what 70? It's always worth a shot, right? It's always worth a shot. I need to make a boat. I need to make a boat so I won't despawn. Hey, get my boat, big dude. Oh my god. We're gonna have to come back for this guy. He's way too high level right now. We're gonna have to come back for him. But holy crap. Look at this dude. I'll be back for you, brother. Holy crap. That's a waste then. Yodonk. What is that? Wait, what? I'm gonna die though. Ooh, close. What is this? Is this Blaine's? What the? We are way too ahead of ourselves. Okay, so wait, this is actually good. We found another gym. Oh my god, bro. What? Oh my god, bro. What the hell? This actually looks pretty cool. Oh my god. Oh no, that might kill it. Oh my god, that was so close. Holy crap. This is, oh my god, this is actually a cool... Lechonk? What? Why is Lechonk in the freaking nether? Oh, that's sick. Holy, I was not... Bro, I was just trying to get a Charmander, not another shiny. I'll take it. So I was just running around looking for a Charmander when this spawned. Where'd it go? Okay, a Charizard just spawned, bro. Who needs a Charmander if we can just catch a Charizard? Where'd it go? Here it is. Oh my god, bro, he's a beast. What the fudge? Oh, level 40. Uh-oh. Okay. He's not gonna die to a water pulse. He's gonna tank this. Yeah, he tanks that any day of the week. Hit him again? I don't think we should die to a flamethrower. Or that. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Come on. Get in my belly. Whoa, okay. We got enough balls to last us. Pause. We got enough balls to last us a little bit. Come on. This will save so much time. Okay, bro, who needs a Charmander when a freaking Charizard just spawns out of nowhere? Oh my god. That's so... That's it. It only took us... It was as soon as we caught it, it's switched to day 15. Look at this dude. Oh my god. This might be like the best model in the game, to be honest. Oh my god. We're gonna absolutely soar through the sky with this dude. Now it's day 15, and now that we can fly, we're gonna, for a very long time. We find Poke Villages that have Poke Centers and a Pokemon. We catch some cool Pokemon like Heracross and Mamoswine, but we were unable to find any gyms for multiple days. Nothing happens until day 18. While flying, I find a mountain biome which can spawn Riolu and Gibble, which is a much need for our dream team. Big problem, they are both rare. I came up with an idea to make a gigantic platform to help spawn Pokemon. I spent the rest of day 8 collecting dirt and building up and making the outline for the platform. Now it's day 19 and I need rails so I can spawn and despawn Pokemon without moving. But while down there we found a mine shaft which gave us a lot of rails. But the mine shaft wasn't the only thing I found in the cave. What is this? Mega treasure hunt unlocked. What is this? It's a mega stone. Used to create a mega bracelet. Oh wait, we can create that now. Hold up. Look. Oh my god, look, it's on me. Oh look! That's sick. We found a Mega Stone, an item that is needed to make a Mega Bracelet which can be used for Mega Evolution, which I don't have. So I decided to leave the caves and head back home. It's now day 20 and I'm stealing books from this house so we can make a bookshelf for an enchanting table. The reason why we want an enchanting table is because we want to enchant our shovel so it can mine dirt faster. We head home and begin building bookshelves and an enchanting table. We then enchant our shovel with Unbreaking 3 and Efficiency 3. While this was all happening, a shiny Jigglypuff spawned. Why do we keep getting shinies? Like, I'm happy, but what the hell? We catch it and leave it to rot on our PC. In day 21, we don't do much but collect dirt and building the platform. And it seemed the platform was working. But on day 22, it started snowing and less Pokemon would spawn. It would get to the point that nothing was spawning, so on the night of day 22, I decided to destroy the entire platform and begin building a rail track down on the ground. I finished the rail track on day 23, and on day 24, I put rails on the track for the entire day. On day 25, I catch a Munchlax as well as a shiny Pokemon. This time, I shiny Rookidee. I also caught a Torchic as well. On day 26, while doing my rounds on the AFK machine, a Totodile spawned. I catch it and continue riding around in circles. On day 27, a Galarian and Darumaka spawns. I catch it and add it to the team. On day 30, I was bored and frustrated, so I decided to take a 3-day trip across the map to look for gyms. It's now day 33, and I'm back to losing my mind at the stupid roller coaster. Ah! On day 24, I catch a Megchamp, which is a rare spawn. On the same day, I also catch a Flipping Dragon, which is also a rare spawn. Please, Riolu, just spawn. On day 36, I catch a Monferno, which is also a freaking ultra rare spawning Pokemon with a 0.01% chance of spawning. And I'll just let day 37 explain for itself. I swear, bro. Another shiny freaking spawned before this stupid Riolu. Oh my god, it's a good one too. Look at this man! Oh my god, he's so spiffy! Oh, we gotta catch him. He's level 16, that should be pretty easy. Bro, we just been getting rare Pokemon after rare Pokemon. No Riolu. Another freaking shiny. Bro, like, I'm sick of this freaking frack. And on day 38, I learned a lesson. Just keep complaining until you get it.
We're back. So, you know how Riolu isn't spawning? Well, why not just get the one Pokemon I'm actually trying to get? A Lucario. Or how about Lucario being a twice as rare spawn? Yeah, let's just stop hitting me. I'm venting. Stop. Oh my god, get my ball. Oh my god, bro. Day 38, bro. I was gonna give up. It's probably better that we got it as a Lucario because it means I don't have to doesn't mean I have to get Riolu's friendship all the way up. But gosh, this took so long. Oh, yes! We can do something else. Finally. Oh yeah, look at this man.
For day 38 to 40, I flew across the entire map looking for gyms, but had no luck. So I decided on day 41 to look up how to find the gyms. I figured out that you need a Kanto cartography table. The cartography table only needs 3 wood of any kind, 3 Pokeballs, and 1 piece of paper. I made the cartography table, and I also got Deep Slate to turn it into Hardstone to trade with the villagers for it to level up. Thankfully, I already had the item needed for Lieutenant So's gym's map. I get it and start heading towards its direction. On day 42, I get to the gym and sleep to end the day and start day 43. On day 43, I try to battle the gym, but because it took me so long to find it, my Pokemon were all over leveled, and I wasn't able to use my actual party, so I swapped out all my Pokemon for a Mudsdale, Lycanroc, Torchic, and my shiny Houndoom. I put EXP shares on all my Pokemon, evolved my level 28 Torchic into Combuskin, and begin trading on the Pokemon in the area. But then of course a shiny spawns, and this time a shiny Phanpy. I evolve into a Donphan, adding it to the team, and spend the rest of day 43 and 44 training my Pokemon. Oh, and a shiny Litleo spawns as well. I do some more training and then sleep to end off day 44. I start with Donphan and Surge starts with Raichu. I select Firefang knowing that Surge was going to switch out, but he didn't. He instead used Psyshock, dealing a small chunk of damage. My Firefang hits, doing little to no damage. Donphan gets paralyzed, meaning I'm much slower. I select Stomping Tantrum and Raichu hits Psyshock, getting me down to half. Stomping Tantrum hits, killing off Surge's first Pokemon. Surge then says that Magnezone. I select Firefang and Magnezone uses Barrier, raising its defense stats, and I miss. I select Firefang again and Magnezone uses Barrier. Firefang hits, dealing almost no damage. I select Firefang again, Surge switches into Electabuzz, Firefang hits, dealing 21 damage. I select Stomping Tantrum, but Surge switches again into Magnezone, but Magnezone is immune. I select Firefang again, and Magnezone uses Barrier. Firefang hits, dealing 15 damage. I select Firefang again, hoping for a burn, and Magnezone keeps using Barrier, and I miss again. I select Firefang again, and Magnezone finally uses Gyro Ball, dealing 3 damage. Firefang hits, doing nothing. I select Firefang again, Surge uses Gyro Ball, giving us nothing. Firefang hits, making Magnezone half HP. I pick Firefang and Surge uses a Full Restore. Firefang hits, doing 21 damage. I go for Firefang and Magnezone uses Barrier. This is getting boring, I'm just gonna fast forward.
Many hours later.
I send out Houndoom and Magnezone uses Barrier. I select Incinerate, doing meaty damage. Magnezone uses Gyro Ball, doing a nice bit of damage. I pick Incinerate one more time, finally killing off this annoying ass Pokemon. Surge sends out Electabuzz and I decide to switch into Mudsdale. Electabuzz tries to do damage but can't because I'm immune. I decide to use High Horsepower, Electabuzz uses Quick Attack, doing nothing but looking stupid. High Horsepower hits, killing Electabuzz in one go. Surge sends out his last Pokemon, Bolton. I select High Horsepower and this dog uses Ice Fang, dealing a surprising amount of damage. Bolton goes down in 1 High Horsepower, meaning we beat the 3rd gym, getting us the Thunder Badge. Alright, so now we need to find the Leaf Stone to make a Miracle Seed to trade to the villagers for Erica's map. The next few days aren't important, so we're going to do this quick style. Flying, Sabrina's gym, nice, Crobat, Goomy. Now it's day 46. Gibble, hold up, pause, this is actually pretty big. Getting Gibble here and this early means we're only missing one more Pokemon for my dream team. Flying across the map gave me time to think of ways to get a leaf stone, and I actually had a pretty cool one. If you remember those Poke villages I mentioned, well, I don't know if I mentioned this, but these villages actually have a huge shopping mall, meaning there's a chance that someone is selling evolutionary stones. So by the night of day 47, I make it to the village and check. Boom, there it is, the leaf stone. I head back home and now it's day 48. I trade the miracle seed, and get the map and start heading towards it. It doesn't take me long to get there. Boom, the 4th gym. I start with Charizard and Erica starts Roserade. I use Flamethrower and Erica switches to Vileplume. Flamethrower hits, almost one-shotting Erica's Pokemon. I select Flamethrower again, killing Erica's Vileplume. Erica sends back out Roserade. I of course use Flamethrower and Erica switches to Victory Bell. Flamethrower hits, getting Erica's Pokemon down to 19 HP. I use Flamethrower again and Erica switches again into Roserade. I finally hit the Roserade, dealing meaty damage. I pick Flamethrower and Erica uses a full restore. Who could have seen that coming? Flamethrower hits, getting Roserade down to 16 HP. I go for Flamethrower and Erica switches back into Victory Bell. Flamethrower hits, finally killing another Pokemon. Erica sends out Roserade and I select Flamethrower. Erica uses a full restore and Flamethrower hits, getting Roserade down to 20 HP. I go for Flamethrower and Erica uses a full restore again. Flamethrower hits, dealing less and less damage each time. I use Flamethrower and Erica switches again, but this time into Blossom. Flamethrower hits, almost killing Blossom. I go for Flamethrower and Erica switches into Roserade. Flamethrower finally hits, killing this damn stupid plant. Erica sends out Blossom and I select Flamethrower, finally killing all of Erica's Pokemon, ending the grass gym and getting us the 5th gym badge we need. So we're going to take a break for collecting badges to focus on getting the last member of our team, Mewtwo. Now we need 2 things, Ancient DNA and a cloning catalyst. Now the Ancient DNA we can't get until we beat Giovanni, but we can get the cloning catalyst. We need to find a Team Rocket's hideout, which can be found in the Badland biomes. Now we can't just get a map to find one this time, so we're going to have to search every single speck of the Badlands. It took me multiple days to find it, but on day 51, just as I was about to give up, we found it. I stormed the Team Rocket base, defeating all the grunts and the boss, getting us the cloning catalyst. Is what I would like to say, but we actually were told that our Pokemon are meaningless, or in other words, we are too weak to actually fight them. So it looks like we're going back to collecting the gym badges. Now for the next map, we need a Poison Barb, and to make it, we can either get it off Spinarak, or we can make it with a Fermented Spider Eye and an arrow. But no matter what, we need to farm spiders. So nothing really important happens for the next few days. All I did was go back and forth, so I'm going to explain everything fast, so keep up. Dark Forest, burn. Oh, Spinarak doesn't spawn here. Normal Forest, burn. Build an AFK rail track. Spinarak only spawns at night. Decides just to make the Fermented Spider Eye because the game doesn't like fun. I'll make an arrow and put those together to make the Poison Barb. Trade with the villagers, and now we have the map. We find the gym pretty quickly. Now we need to train our Pokemon. The level cap is 49. But I decided to evolve our Galarian and Darumaka, which means we need an Ice Stone, and my stupid ass went to go look for it when I can just buy it. And thankfully it doesn't take me long to realize that. I get to town, run up the stairs and buy the Ice Stone, evolve our Darumaka and head back to training. So we train all of day 58 and 59, getting our Pokemon to level 49. I evolved Gabite into Garchomp on the night of day 59 and sleep to make it day 60. Now that we are ready, we can finally fight the gym. I start with Domanitan and Koga starts with Crobat. I go for Blizzard and Crobat goes for Air Slash, getting me down to half. And my Blizzard missed. I select Blizzard since that's the only thing I can pick, and Crobat goes for Venoshock, getting me down to 6 HP. Blizzard hits, making the Crobat freeze. Crobat gets HP back using his Black Sledge. I pick Blizzard, and since Crobat is frozen, it can't move. Blizzard hits, getting Crobat down to 48 HP, but it heals using the Black Sludge. I go for Blizzard, and Crobat is still frozen solid. We hit Crobat, getting it weaker and weaker. I use my last Blizzard, hoping it kills, but it misses, meaning we can only struggle now. Struggle hits, killing me in the process, but leaving Crobat on 5 HP. I switch into Garchomp and select Dual Chops, but Koga uses a full restore, meaning it's at full health. Dual Chop hits, dealing decent damage, but Crobat heals thanks to the Black Sludge. I decided Garchomp isn't going to work, so I switch into Gyarados, which lowers Crobat's attack. Air Slash hits me doing decent damage. I pick Ice Fang knowing that it's super effective. Crobat uses Venoshock, getting me down to half. Ice Fang hits, almost killing Crobat and freezing it in the process. I go for Ice Fang and Crobat goes for Air Slash, almost killing Gyarados. Ice Fang hits, killing Koga's first Pokemon. Koga switches into Toxtricity and I switch into Garchomp. Toxicity goes for Overdrive but does no damage because Garchomp is immune. I select Bulldozer and Toxicity hits me with Boom Burst, getting Garchomp to half. Bulldozer hits, getting Toxicity to 1 HP thanks to its Focus Dash. I decide to go for Bulldozer again, knowing it will kill, and it does. Koga sends out Drapion and I decide to switch into Charizard. Koga goes for Poison Gas, hitting Charizard making me poisoned. I pick Flamethrower and Drapion hits a Night Slash, dealing a lot of damage. Flamethrower hits, getting Drapion down to half, and Poison takes a bit more HP off Charizard. I go for Flamethrower and Drapion hits a Crunch, almost killing Charizard, but Flamethrower hits, ending Drapion, but Poison takes me down to 5 HP. Koga now sends out Weezing. I decide to go for Flamethrower, sacrificing my Pokemon in the process, but dealing a good chunk of damage. I bring out Garchomp and go for Dual Chop. Weezing uses Bledge, getting me down to 29 HP, but that doesn't matter because we hit, killing the Weezing. Koga then sends out Venomoth, and I decide for us to have a chance of winning, we need to let Garchomp die. So I pick Dragon Breath and Venomoth uses Psychic, killing Garchomp in the process. Now I send out Gyarados knowing it was low. I pick Ice Fang and Venomoth uses Poison Fang, getting me down to 7 HP and making Gyarados poison. Ice Fang missed and Gyarados dies, which is what it gets for freaking missing. Now I send out Lucario hoping to do some damage. I pick Aura Spear and Venomoth uses Supersonic but it misses. Aura Spear hits, doing almost no damage. Now I go for Bone Rush and Venomoth tries Supersonic again but it fails. Bone Rush hits, dealing an okay amount of health, but Venomoth gets its HP back because of Black Sludge. I pick Bone Rush again but Venomoth uses Psychic, which gets me down to half. Bone Rush hits, getting Venomoth low but not enough to kill it. Venomoth uses Psychic, killing off Lucario, meaning I'm on my last Pokemon. I send out Dragonair and pick Slam. Koga uses a Force Storm on Venomoth, getting its HP to max. Slam hits, dealing not enough damage. I go for Dragon Rush this time and Venomoth uses Psychic, getting me down to half. Dragon Breath hits, dealing a good amount of damage, but just not enough. I go for Dragon Breath, knowing it could be my last. Venomoth hits the Psychic, getting me down to 11 HP, and Dragon Breath hits, killing the Venomoth and securing the 5th Gym Badge. Now it's time for Sabrina's gym. Big problem, we have 3 Pokemon weak to Psychic, and none that are super effective. So for this gym we need a hero, so I decided to go for Grimmsnarl. So all we have to do is find an Impidig, catch it, level it up, and evolve it. We also found a Rowlet and evolved it into a Decidueye, meaning we have another Pokemon super effective against the gym thanks to its Ghost typing. I evolved Dragonair into Dragonite, and while I was leveling up my Pokemon, a shiny Execute spawned, and of course I caught it. I slept in day 66 to make it day 67, and now our Pokemon are finally ready to fight the gym. And it doesn't take long to get there, and just before the fight I decide to switch out Adamantine with Lucario, knowing that a lot of Psychic Pokemon can also be Fairy. Now it's time to start the gym. I start with Lucario and Sabrina starts with Hatterene. I go for Metal Mash, hitting Hatterene, getting it down to 39 HP, also raising my attack. Sabrina's Hatterene uses Weakness Policy, a held item raising its attack and special attack. Hatterene hits me with Mystical Fire, killing Lucario in 1 hit. I switch into Decidueye and I decide that I need to kill this thing fast before Sabrina uses a Forest Storm, which pretty much ends this battle. I use Spirit Shackles on Hatterene, finishing off Sabrina's strongest Pokemon. Sabrina now sends out Mr. Mime. I pick Phantom Force and Sabrina uses Barrier, raising his defense stats. I pick Phantom Force and Mr. Mime uses Barrier again, raising its stats even more. Phantom Force hits, getting Mr. Mime down to 71 HP. I go for Phantom Force and Mr. Mime uses Sucker Punch, getting me down to 78 HP. I use Phantom Force and Mr. Mime uses Sucker Punch, but it misses. Phantom Force gets Mr. Mime down to 39 HP. Now it was a tough decision since I knew that Mr. Mime would use Sucker Punch again, which means I shouldn't go for an attacking move, but I decided to push my luck and pick Phantom Force, but Mr. Mime uses Sucker Punch again, killing off Decidueye. Now I decided to switch into Garchomp. I select Crunch, only getting Mr. Mime down to 20% of its HP. Mr. Mime uses Psychic, getting me down to 132 HP. I pick Dig and Sabrina uses a Forest Storm on Mr. Mime. Although he doesn't look like it, Garchomp does dig on the ground. I select Dig, hitting Mr. Mime, getting it down to 73% of its HP. Mr. Mime uses Psychic again, getting me down to 65 HP. I decided that I had enough of doing no damage, and I switched into Grimmsnarl. Mr. Mime uses Psychic, doing nothing because I am immune. I pick Play Rough, and Mr. Mime uses Sucker Punch, dealing almost no damage. Play Rough hits, getting Mr. Mime down to 50% of its HP. I decided to go for Dark Pulse, and Sabrina uses a Full Restore. Dark Pulse hits, dealing not enough damage. I pick Dark Pulse, and Sabrina switches into Galarian Rapidash. Dark Pulse hits, getting it down to 61% of its HP. I go for Dark Pulse again, and Rapidash uses Dazzling Gleam on Grimmsnarl, getting it down to 66 HP. Dark Pulse hits, getting Rapidash down to the reds. Now let me explain this. I switch into Garchomp knowing that he would die, and the reason is because I wanted to send out a new Pokemon without getting hit. That just meant I had to sacrifice another. I now send in Gyarados, lowering Rapidash's attack. I go for Hydro Pump because it's one of my highest damaging moves, but Sabrina uses a Full Restore anyway. Hydro Pump hits, getting Rapidash down to half. I go for Hydro Pump and Rapidash uses Psychic, getting me down to 120 HP. Hydro Pump hits, almost killing the Rapidash. I go for Hydro Pump again, and Rapidash thinks it's doing something with its Psychic. Hydro Pump hits, killing off Sabrina's Rapidash. Sabrina sends out Mr. Mime, and I decide to switch things up and go for Hyper Beam, but it was completely useless. Mr. Mime hits its Psychic, getting me down to 17 HP. I have to recharge, and Mr. Mime uses Side Beam, killing off Gyarados. I go into Dragon Knight, move a little bit for better POV, and then select Thunder Punch knowing that it has a chance to paralyze the Mr. Mime. It hits, getting it down to 8% of its HP, but Mr. Mime uses Psychic, getting me down to 133 HP. I go for Thunder Punch again, killing off the Mr. Mime. Sabrina sends out Alakazam, and I decide that the time is now for Thunder Punch to get the paralyzed. Alakazam uses Psychic on Dragonite, getting me down to 58 HP. Thunder Punch hits, paralyzing the Alakazam, but because of Alakazam's synchronization, my Dragonite is also paralyzed. Alakazam's paralyzed got him, meaning we outspeed hitting the Thunder Punch, getting Alakazam down to 33 HP. But this time he was too fast, hitting the Psychic, killing off Dragonite, leaving us with one Pokemon. I send out Grimmsnarl and I go for Dark Pulse. It hits, killing the Alakazam, meaning we beat Sabrina, getting us the Marsh Bridge. Now I sleep to end day 67, and on day 68 I head back to the Team Rocket hideout in hopes of me being able to fight the boss. One long flight later, and no, we cannot. But I did figure out you can actually refight the trainers in the building, which we do for a very long time. I spent days 68 to 72 training up my Pokemon. But then I thought of something. What if they're too powerful? What if I can't fight the gym now because I got greedy and wanted more levels? So on day 72, I head back home, go through the nether portal, get to Blaine's gym, and fight him. Now I start with Garchomp and Blaine starts with Torkoal. I go for Bulldozer and Blaine switches out into Magmortar. Bulldozer hits, one-shotting Blaine's Pokemon. Blaine then sends out Arcanine and I go for Bulldozer. Arcanine hits Garchomp with a Play Rough, getting me down to 112 HP. Our Bulldozer hits, getting Arcanine down to 11. We go for Bulldozer, killing the Arcanine. Blaine now sends out Typhlosion. I go for Bulldozer and Typhlosion uses Play Rough, killing Garchomp. I now switch into Gyarados, lowering Typhlosion's attack stat. I go for Hydro Pump and Typhlosion hits me with Eruption, getting me down to 126 HP. We hit Typhlosion, getting it to 25% of its HP. Now I decide to use a Revive to bring back Garchomp. Eruption hits, getting us to 108 HP. I go for Hydro Pump and Typhlosion hits an Eruption, getting me down to 89 HP. Hydro Pump hits, killing off the Typhlosion. Blaine sends out Charizard and I go for Hydro Pump. Charizard uses Air Slash, dealing 70 damage. We hit, almost one-shotting the Charizard. We sacrifice Gyarados, getting hit with a Flamethrower, and it kills us. I now send out Dragonite and go for Thunder Punch. Charizard hits us with a Dragon Pulse, getting us down to 105 HP. Thunder Punch hits, killing off Blaine's Pokemon. Blaine sends out Torkoal and I go for Aqua Tail, getting Torkoal down to 32% of its HP. Torkoal uses Zen Headbutt, getting us down to 67 HP. We go for Aqua Tail knowing it will kill the Torkoal, it hits, killing it off in one go. Blaine now sends out Mercado and we go for Aqua Tail, killing Mercado in one hit, meaning we defeat Blaine and get the Volkner badge. Now it's time for Giovanni's gym, but first we need a map to find it, which means we need a Destiny Knot and a Shulk Block to trade with the villagers. To make the Destiny Knot, we need 3 red wool, 3 string, and 1 gas tier. Now thankfully we already had the gas tier, and it doesn't take us long to get 3 pieces of wool and some red dye. Now for string, we need to kill bug Pokemon. Yeah, that little guy. Well, thankfully it actually doesn't take us long to get all the items. We go to the crafting table and make the destiny knot. Now it's time for Skulk, and we need a deep dark, which is normally hard to find, but I had an idea. Thanks to the minimap mod, if I just dig down, I can see almost all the cave systems, which means I just need to look for a deep dark that way. We find one, get to it, and get the Skulk block we need. We head back home and get us the map to Giovanni's gym. We get to the location, dig down, go into the gym, and get ready to fight the man himself, Giovanni. Now this gym is a double battle, so I start with Gyarados and Garchomp, and Giovanni starts with Tyranitar and Rhyperior. I go for Bulldozer on Garchomp and Hydro Pump with Gyarados. Tyranitar uses Thunderfang on Gyarados, getting me down to 2. Bulldozer goes hitting both Pokemon, dealing a good chunk of damage, and lowering Tyranitar and Rhyperior's speed. My Hydro Pump hits, getting Rhyperior down to 4 HP, but Rhyperior hits a Thunderfang, killing off Gyarados. I now send in Lucario and go for Bulldozer and Aura Spear. Bulldozer hits, killing my Rhyperior and almost killing my Lucario. My Aura Spear hits, killing off Giovanni's first 2 Pokemon. He now sends out Nidoqueen and Mewtwo. I go for Crunch on the Mewtwo and Close Combat on the Nidoqueen. Mewtwo uses Aura Spear on Lucario, killing it off. Nidoqueen uses Earth Power on Garchomp, dealing almost nothing but lowers my defense stats. Crunch hits the Mewtwo, getting it down to half. I now send out Grimmsnarl. I pick Crunch on Garchomp, going for Mewtwo. I also pick Dark Pulse, guaranteeing that we kill the Mewtwo. Mewtwo uses Side Strike, getting Garchomp down to 7 HP. Nidoqueen uses Toxic on Grimmsnarl, poisoning it. Crunch hits, getting Mewtwo low. Dark Pulse also hits, ending off the legendary Pokemon Mewtwo. Now comes Nidoking. I go for Bulldozer, and I had a hard time picking, but I go for Dark Pulse on the Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen uses Crunch on Garchomp, killing us. Nidoking uses Earth Power on Grimmsnarl, getting us to 38 HP. Dark Pulse hits the Nidoqueen, getting it down to 57% of its HP. I don't know who to send out next, as both my other Pokemon are weak to Rock-type moves. I send out Dragonite and go for Aqua Tail on Nidoqueen. I decide for Grimmsnarl's turn to use a Revive on Gyarados. Nidoqueen uses Body Slam on Grimmsnarl, killing it. Nidoking tries to use Earth Power on Dragonite, but it's immune thanks to its Flying type. Aqua Tail hits, almost killing Nidoqueen. I now send out Gyarados, lowering the attack stats of Nidoqueen and Nidoking. I now go for Aqua Tail on Nidoqueen and Hydro Pump on Nidoking. Giovanni now uses a Full Restore on Nidoqueen. Nidoking uses Toxic on Dragonite. Aqua Tail hits, getting Nidoqueen to orange. Hydro Pump also hits, not doing the damage I hoped for. I go for Aqua Tail again on the Nidoqueen and select Ice Fang on Gyarados. Nidoqueen gets a Full Restore, and Nidoqueen uses Toxic on Gyarados. Aqua Tail hits, doing less damage than last time, and Ice Fang hits the Nidoking, getting it down to orange. I select Aqua Tail and go for Nidoking. I pick Hydro Pump and go for Nidoqueen. This time, Nidoking got the Full Restore, and Nidoqueen uses Crunch and Gyarados, getting me down to 40 HP. And Dragonite misses his Aqua Tail. Hydro Pump hits the Nidoqueen, killing it off. Giovanni now sends out Pyogen. I decide to go for Aqua Tail on the Nidoking, and Hydro Pump also on the Nidoking, hoping to kill it, but Pyogen kills my Gyarados with a Night Slash. Nidoking tries Earth Power again, but I'm immune. Aqua Tail hits, getting the Nidoking close to half. I now send out Charizard. I use Aqua Tail on the Nidoking and Inferno on the Nidoking. Nidoking gets the Full Restore, and Pyogen uses Rough Play on Dragonite, killing it. Inferno hits the Nidoking, doing almost no damage, but burning it in the process. Now here I thought it was over. 1 against 2, there was no way. But then, I go for Flamethrower on the Nidoking. Pyogen uses Captive on Charizard, but I'm immune. Flamethrower hits the Nidoking, getting it into the orange. Nidoking uses Earth Power on its own Pokemon. What the frick? This is my time. I can win the battle. I use Flamethrower on Nidoking, getting it to 4 HP. Nidoking uses Earth Power, but I'm immune. Burn comes in clutch, killing the Nidoking, meaning we beat Giovanni, getting us the last gym badge we need to get to the Elite Four. Now that we defeated Giovanni, we might finally be able to beat the boss in the Team Rocket base. I spent multiple days leveling up my Pokemon, and I get them all to level 80, which I just figured out was the level cap, and I can't go past that. And why did I learn this? Because I still can't fight the boss. I had to get to the level cap, and I still can't fight this guy, so the dream of Mewtwo before the Elite Four isn't possible. But speaking of the Elite Four, instead of doing it around day 98 to 100, we're just gonna do it now, and we need to actually get to the end. Why? Because we need Endstone and a Life Orb for the Elite Four map. So I buy the Life Stone at the store, and yes, they sell that for some reason. Well, they actually sell everything we need to get to the end, so I buy 15 ender pearls and 8 end rods, make the eyes of ender and find the stronghold. We find the stronghold pretty quickly, put the ender eyes in the frame and light up the portal. We head in and get our ears raped from the death of the ender dragon. But without the ender dragon, then what dragon is habiting the end?
What's this guy doing here? What the flip? Hello? I got one of these. What? Is it meant to be shiny as well? I'm glad we kept the Master Ball, but... Oh my god, I can ride him too. What the hell? This little man, oh my god. He's so cool. He's so long. Pause. Okay, that's a shock and a half.
We head through the portal, get the credits, and head back home. We trade the items for the map, and that actually doesn't work. Let me explain. Because the end is a different dimension, the regular way of getting maps doesn't work, so what do? So we need to get a second life orb, get the cartography table, go through the portal, place the table, put the life orb in it, and wait. And it's done, as that's simple. We grab the map and head towards the Elite Four. We head in, but first I gotta buy some heal items, and get ready for the first fight.
Alright. It is time. Come on. It's the first one. Hey, what the... I've never seen that Pokemon before. But we're gonna use Flamethrower on it. Oh my god. Oh no. It's in one shot. But it missed. That's what we need. We need it to miss. Memo Swine? Oh my god. That's still gonna hurt. But it's fine. If we can one-shot the Memo Swine, we need the one-shot. Oh no. Okay. Oh, we got burned. Okay. We can take another shot. But we're gonna have to heal next round. As long as we don't... Yeah, nice. We don't miss. That's good. Okay, Weavile. This is where we should heal. We should heal here. Oh my god, I used Poison Jab. I don't think we're gonna die. Okay, use Poison Jab again. We need to... Oh, we're poisoned. Yes, the one shot! We needed that. Okay, Lapras. Okay, this is where we can switch. We're gonna have to switch into Lucario. It's gonna use Origin Pulse. That kills annoyingly. Okay, that's... I guess that's fine. We'll send it to Dragonite. And Thunder Punch it. It's use Ice Beam. I reckon we get one shot. Okay, we're gonna have to waste... Who won't die instantly? Snow shouldn't die instantly. Okay, we're gonna have to full heal Charizard. It's gonna use Confuse Ray. Wait. Okay. Is that gonna kill? No. Can we hit? We're confused. We just need to hit this. Nice. That's actually good. But speed did fall. That means we are 100% dead this round. Yeah. That's fine because we have Charizard at full now. Which means... Okay, Charizard is not at full. Okay, that's... Okay, we're gonna have to spend this round getting Charizard up. Okay, put another one on. It's gonna go for Ice Beam, which hurts, but isn't gonna kill us. Okay, we need to use... We're just gonna see if we can maybe actually kill the Lapras here. We're confused, that's actually really annoying. But we do get a Crunch off. We're gonna do it again. It hits an Ice Beam. It's not gonna kill. We're just gonna sacrifice Gyarados, hoping to get as much damage off from this Lapras as we can get. If it missed, that would be amazing, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Okay, we're down to our last two. We're gonna send out Charizard. Best move. We're gonna just go for Flamethrower and hope it kills. Yes! I think she has one more. Jinx. Psychic, that's gonna hurt. But it doesn't kill. We need this to one shot. Yes, okay. Frost Slash. I don't think it's used Destiny Bond. That's really annoying because I think we're gonna one shot it. But it has a Focus Dash. Okay, it's gonna use a Force Door. We're gonna use Flamethrower again. Killing it off. Meaning we win the first one. Okay.
Now that we defeated Lorelei, we move on to Bruno, the fighting type Elite Four member.
Hariyama, we're gonna do Air Slash. It's not gonna kill, but that's okay. Ow. Why does Hariyama know Rock Slide? Okay. It's not looking good. Hurricane is gonna send him out. Send out Lucario. We really needed the Psychic type. I really wanted... It's confused? I really wanted that Mewtwo, bro. Okay, we killed it off. Okay, McChub. We'll just do Air Slash again. It uses Poison Jab, which is... If that poisonous, it's gonna be really annoying. Oh my god, that would have been really good to have it kill there, but that's okay. It's going to use a full restore. We're going to use Hurricane again. Do we get a high damage roll? We do! Yes, that's what we need. Okay, Hitmonchan. We should be faster. We might even one-shot. Oh, okay, that's really annoying, but that's fine. Ice Punch? It just, okay. Cool, it has Ice Punch. Sure, why not? Do we have a flying move on Gyarados? Nope. That was smart. I'm going to use Gyarados' thingy to... bring back Dragonite, and then we're gonna heal him. Okay, he's gonna send back out Hariyama. I'm gonna go for Hydro Pump. It misses. That's okay. He's gonna go for Rock Slide, which will almost kill. We're gonna try Hydro Pump again, because if this hits and we kill him, that'd be... Okay, we're dead. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? We can recover from this. Surely we're faster than it. Yes, thank you. Oh my god. Okay, so it now has Hitmonlee. Surely... Okay, High Drop Kick, that's gonna hurt a bit, but it's not gonna kill. Hurricane should one-shot. Nice. Okay, now it's the Hitmonlee again. And we are quicker, but we're not gonna kill it in one shot. It's gonna use Ice Punch, it's gonna kill us. We're going to go into... Are we going to Lucario? And we'll go for Dark Pulse. Okay, it's gonna use a Forest Store. I'm going to use Lucario's round to heal Charizard. It's gonna use Low Kick. That's gonna almost kill us. Come on, let me heal now. We're gonna heal the Charizard. We're just gonna let Lucario. Okay, I'm not. I'm sorry, Lucario. I was gonna sack your ass, but I guess you decided to lock in or something. You're gonna use Close Combat. It's gonna do damage, but it's not gonna kill. We're not gonna go into Charizard, and we're going to use Air Slash. It's not gonna one-shot, which is kind of annoying, but that's okay. Okay, here's another Pokemon. Hitmontop? Man, what's this spinny guy doing? Please say we're quicker. Yes, we are. So the Hitmontop literally does nothing. So that switch was pretty much pointless. We are quicker, so he's dead. He should be dead. Okay, you know what? My bad. He lives on 11 HP. Just because, of course, he does. Boom, he's gone. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh my god, that was so hard.
Defeating Bruno means that we're halfway to the champion, but next is Ghost type, and well, just watch this.
So she starts with Banana. We're gonna go for... Obviously, we're just gonna go for Dark Pulse. Ow, okay, so it just one-shots. That's perfect. So we're just gonna switch. It's level 85. Bro, what? I can't even get to level 85. And it knows Dazzling Gleam, because why not? We need to kill this thing off, because that was scary enough. Okay, it knows it has Dusk Guard. Okay, sure. We're gonna use Crunch, it's not obviously gonna kill. It's gonna use Destiny Bond, which is great, meaning it really wants to kill my Garchomp. We're gonna go for... I'm just gonna go for Dragon Claw. It's gonna go for Destiny Bond again, because I thought I was gonna switch. But I'm actually not. I'm gonna sacrifice Garchomp here. Oh wait, it doesn't... Okay, it doesn't matter. We're not gonna sacrifice Garchomp. Okay, it sends out Spirit Tomb. This could go horribly wrong for me. Is Spirit Tomb... Okay. I think we died to this Shadow Ball. Okay, we don't. I think thankfully the leftover. We're gonna kill the Spirit Tomb. Oh my god. Garchomp is actually coming in clutch. Okay, it sends out... I don't want my boy to die yet. I don't know what... Okay, that's Psychic Fang. Yeah, we're pretty much... This is probably the end of this. Oh, it has Play Rough too. Yeah. Oh, this is... Yes! Oh my god, Play Rough Myths goes crazy. A Play Rough Myths goes crazy. Oh, great. Okay, so... Well, I'm just gonna spend next round healing, because... Ventaforce pretty much just allows me to heal. And then we're... Oh my god, doesn't matter. We're not quicker than this stupid-ass dog. Okay. We're gonna go to Gyarados because it also has Crunch, meaning also a lot of the things. Okay, sure. I'm just gonna hit it. I kind of want it to... I really need this thing to die. Okay, live on 1 HP. Why not? Yep, it's gonna full restore. I knew that was happening. Oh my god, that Crunch was a big damage roll. We needed that shite. Okay, we're gonna guaranteed kill here because it can't heal once it's already gone into Phantom Force. It's a guaranteed kill. Honestly, too easy. Get out of here. But now it sends out Gengar, and we're gonna go for Crunch, but Gengar's gonna use Sludge Wave, which I hate poison type moves because I do a stupid amount of damage for no reason. Let's go into Charizard, and let's see how much damage Dragon Claw does. Okay, it's quicker than us, and it knows Thunderbolt. This might generally be the end. Okay, we're gonna have to... I need to heal Grimmsnarl, but Grimmsnarl's probably gonna die in one hit. Just like that. Okay. No, I didn't want to heal it! No! That's not what I... Okay, so I actually can't heal. Okay, this is not looking good. This is not looking good. And I don't think Grimmsnarl is gonna be quicker. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Yeah, we're done. Okay, well, I think this is it for us. Bro, that level 85. My Pokemon ain't even level 85. I can't get higher than level 80. I needed to get paralyzed again. Don't move. Doesn't matter. It's over. It's over. Unless we live, no. It's over. Oh my god, man. I suppose you did your best, but it wasn't nearly enough. Perhaps you should rethink your strategy. Bro, it's not my fault. You're 5 levels higher than me. I'm crashing out, bro. Why is the Elite Four 5 levels higher than me? I really needed a Psychic type for this Elite Four, but because Mewtwo's not possible, I can't. Unless... Okay. I accidentally forgot to record, but we're here and we can fight this guy. That was... I came through the roof? Yeah, honestly, I told you when I was coming back with a surprise, it was gonna be a surprise, bro. Because I thought... Oh my god, we're dead. No, we're not. I thought, like, maybe... Sorry. Like, I feel like... I think because we got to the Elite Four, we're able to fight him now. Okay. What did he drop? Oh my god, wait, he didn't even drop the cloning catalyst. Hey, buddy! Cough it up! Oh my god, hold on, bro. Okay, so I just read something. She's in a hidden room right underneath the boss guy at the top. A hidden room? Motherfucker, what? Hey, yo! He's got chicks in his basement? Oh my god, I don't know if I should be beating your ass or I should fucking help you out. Okay, Arbok, yeah, I kind of saw that coming. Okay, we should one-shot Arbok here, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, you took my leftovers, you freaking snake. Victory Bell. I don't want to die, so I'm gonna switch. It's probably gonna use, like, Sleep Powder. Oh! Who fucking predicted that? Me! So fucking obvious. Sorry, I'm asleep. Oh! Oh, that's really cute, but... Need to lock in. And Dragon Claw. Oh my god, if that hits, I'm gonna be so mad! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Don't hit. You! Oh, great. It hits. It uses... I've never been so mad. I've never been so mad before. Oh my god, don't you die, you silly frickin'... Grimmsnarl, if you better not die here. You better kill it. Oh my god, you didn't even kill it, man. That's it. Drain Punch? Why does it know Drain Punch? Why is a fucking Hypno killing my entire team? Yep, of course it does. This Hypno is stupidly overpowered. It's one-shotting everything. And it's putting me... It's put me to sleep. Nope, that's it. We're forfeiting. We'll go again. I'm gonna kill this bitch. Cut that out. I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. Cut that out. I'm gonna kill this...
Let me fight you, you sprah! Hold on, gotta relaunch. Like, I don't think I've ever been this annoyed. Please kill it. I just want to get Mewtwo. It's gonna probably send in Victory Bell, because that's just what it does. You're gonna switch. But it's gonna probably use Sleep Powder, and we're gonna fall asleep. No way, we're gonna use a full heal, and it's gonna swap. Honchkrow comes out, I'm gonna swap into Dragonite. I really just want to kill this thing with one shot, bro. Gonna use Brave Bird. Ow. Why does I think it's gonna be quicker than me too. If this thing's quicker than me, yep, it is. Of course it is. Why is everything quicker than me? This is stupid. Why do my Pokemon suck? Why is Brave Bird almost killing half of my team? Like, why am I taking so much damage from Brave Bird? Now it's gonna switch into the Hypno. It's going to use Hypnosis, and I need it to miss. Miss, please. Oh my god, it just doesn't fucking miss. It just doesn't miss. I need it to miss. It's going to hit. Yes! Oh my god, it's possible. I see the future. It's possible. I don't know what else she has. Didn't she? Oh my god. I swear to god, you silly ass. After this battle is done, you're dead. I'm going to kill you. Now it sends out the Muk. I'm gonna have to switch. Watch it switch as well, because for some reason in this game, they like switching. It uses Poison Jab. Oh, no way. Freaking Bulldozer. You see, it fucking... Sorry, cut that out. Switches again. Bro, we might as well just stay in. It's lowered its speed, so it probably means we're gonna... Oh my god, I can only use Bulldozer. Hey, maybe it misses. Maybe it misses. No, because I don't know how you're hitting all these! You shouldn't be! Well, we're gonna have to switch now, because I can't... Garchomp will die if he stays in there. I need you to... Oh my god, and he switches back to Muk, because that's just what he does. I can't wait for this battle to end, so I can crit you with my axe. You honestly... I hate the trainers in this stupid game, because they just switch the entire time. They switch... And every move hits, but no... See? See? She fucking... Ooh! You done got me fucked up! She's gonna switch. Which means... I'm gonna go for Dragon Claw. Oh my god, she doesn't switch. No fucking... I swear. That's it, bro. I'm seriously gonna crash out. I'm seriously gonna crash out, bro. This is stupid! It's freaking stupid. I've been slept 4 times. And that's not even counting the last freaking battle where I got slept 6. Great, and she does that. Oh, Garchomp, you finally freaking wake up. She's gonna switch or she's gonna heal. Either way, I'm gonna use that. If you use Sleep Powder, I'm going to crash out. Okay, finally! Sends out Muk. I should always outspeed a Muk. Don't kill it in one shot, that's fine. Speed falls, it's gonna use Curse, which is, okay, interesting. Its speed fell, there's no way you don't go for a heal here. Okay, you don't, because you're stupid. Give me the freaking catalyst. You know what? Get her ass! Yeah! Yeah! Do it again! Oh my god. This is giving me more joy than you think. She is annoying. Thank you. You know what? Have a good day. Oh, I could have died there. Okay, now that we got the cloning catalyst, we need to make a fossil machine. Which means we need a monitor thingy, a tube thingy, and another thingy. I'll put it on the screen. Boom.
Now we're back home, and we make the restoration tank, data monitor, and fossil analyzer. We put the ancient DNA and cloning catalyst in the analyzer and let it do its thing. But speaking of doing things, my team is shit. Well, not really. The Pokemon are some of my favorite, but we are too weak to Ice and Rock. And we don't cover enough of what we need, so I think it's time for a change. I decided to change out Lucario for Poliwrath, Grimmsnarl for Gengar, Dragonite for Gardevoir, Gyarados for Magnezone,
It actually doesn't take us long to get the Poliwag we need for Poliwrath, Ghastly for Gengar, and Magnemite for Magnezone. But for Gardevoir we need a Ralts. Now that takes time. But on day 92 we catch a Sprigatito, which I decided that we need a Dark type pretty badly. And Sprigatito's evolution, Masquerada, is Dark typing. So I'll swap out Poliwrath for Masquerada. We also find and catch the Ralts on the same day, and since these Pokemon are underleveled, we need to spend a lot of time training them. We spend day 92 to day 97 training up our Pokemon, and once we're level 80, we will head back to the Elite Four to get revenge for the savage defeat we took before. I start with Gengar and Agatha starts with Bayonetta. I go for Shadow Ball, hitting the Bayonetta one-shot, killing it. Agatha then sends out Dusknoir. I go for Hypnosis, putting the Dusknoir to sleep. I then use Hex, a move that does more damage when a Pokemon has a status effect. We kill the Dusknoir in one hit. Agatha now sends out Spiritomb. I go for Hypnosis, hoping for it to sleep, but it misses. Agatha's Spiritomb uses Hidden Power, one-shotting Gengar. I now send out Gardevoir and go for Moonblast. It hits, dealing so much damage it kills the Spiritomb in one go. Now comes out Flutter Mane. I sacrifice Gardevoir knowing that no matter what I do, it will die. Flutter Mane uses Phantom Force, meaning my attack just does not land. I now decide to revive Gengar just in case. The Phantom Force hits, killing Gardevoir. I send out Lucario and go for Metal Mash. Flutter Mane uses Dazzling Gleam, getting me to 45 HP, but we live, and that means we hit, killing the Flutter Mane in one shot. Here comes the Gengar, the one that ruined it all last time. I decide that Lucario is no longer useful, so I pick Metal Mash, knowing that it wasn't going to live. We get hit and die. I send out Guard Chomp and go for Crunch because it's super effective. Gengar uses Nasty Plot, raising its special attack. The Crunch hits one-shotting the Gengar, meaning we only have one more Pokemon to kill. Houndstone comes out. I go for Bulldozer and Houndstone uses Play Rough, but it misses, meaning we have a chance. Bulldozer hits, lowering the Houndstone's speed. I go for Bulldozer again, hitting the Houndstone, getting it weaker as well as making it slower. The Houndstone Play Rough hits, getting us down to 156 HP. We go for Bulldozer, hitting the Houndstone and killing it, meaning we get revenge for what happens last time, but we don't linger on the wind for long. Alright, cut the music. So, I tried multiple times to beat Lance, but his Pokemon were way too strong. We got outsped multiple times, as well as one-shotted multiple times. It was literally, it felt impossible. At least with what I had, I was honestly super saddened by this, to be honest. But it was day 99 and we still didn't beat him, and I still had to head home and finish off things on day 100. So I decided to build a little hangar, kind of bench for us to sit on and watch the sunrise to finish off the challenge, but we actually still have something to do. Mewtwo. We get Mewtwo out from his chamber and, well, just look at him, he's perfect. It would have been great to bring him to the Elite Four, but I didn't want to use legendary Pokemon, which I know I was complaining about not having him, but it was only when I got him that I figured out that I did want to actually use legendaries for the Elite Four, because I felt like it would have been kind of cheating, especially after we got that level 100 Rayquaza. But even if we didn't use him, I still think he's super cool. Now, while we wait for the sun to rise, I just want to thank you for watching to the end, if you did. Even though things didn't go to plan, I still think this project was super fun to do, and it being my first means I'm going to have a lot of love for it. There was a lot of things I wish I could have done with Cobblemon, and even the video, different ways of editing, different ways of playing the game, you know. But I'm still satisfied at the end of the day. And to be honest, I might do another 100 days on this world, because there's still so many things I want to do. I still want to beat the Elite Four, I want to build an actual base, and we can even do the Johto gyms as well. To be honest, I'm down for anything on this world, because even while I wasn't playing on it, I was really getting the itch to play for it on it. Sorry, but you get my point. You know, like I still really want to play on this world, and I still might. So thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.
When I was 17, I wondered if my life could be a movie. I'd play myself the main lead. It would be a coming-of-age story. And a quarter of the way through, I met you in our meet-cute. And halfway in I realized I didn't know the running time. Now here I am in 93, the end of my comedy. Flashback to my favorite scenes. I know this movie is ending, but let me sit through the end credits. Remember the names and faces I loved, who always believed in who I'd become. The highs and the lows, the hellos and goodbyes, that made up the scenes of this beautiful life. The lights will come on, it's almost time. Just let me sit through the end credits. I was always looking back, longing for the days of the past. If this is all we'll ever get, all I can do is try not to forget. But in my existential crisis, I think I know the truth is how I remember just points me to forever. I know this movie is ending, but let me sit through the end credits. Remember the names and faces I loved, who always believed in who I'd become. The highs and the lows, the hellos and goodbyes, that made up the scenes of this beautiful life. The lights will come on, I know it's almost time. And why do all the good things have to fade with time? And why do we always have to leave them behind? Maybe all the tears that carved out these holes are making room for joy when I'm finally home. I know this movie is ending, but let me sit through the end credits. Remember the names and faces I loved, who always believed in who I'd become. The highs and the lows, the hellos and goodbyes, that made up the scenes of this beautiful life. The lights will come on, I know it's almost time. Just let me sit through the end credits.